What's up again, everybody? We are going through the sets that we got in 2019, and I am giving you my personal top 5 picks for favorite cards from those sets. This is the X-Men Forever set and accompanying team packs, and I'm going to talk you through from 5 to 1 my favorites. Starting at number 5, we have Counter-Strike, the 2-cost basic action card that says choose an affiliation, prep 1 die of that affiliation from your used pile. Move all other dice of that affiliation from your used pile to your bag. The global also says pay 1. Once during your turn, prep a sidekick from your used pile. This card is awesome. I originally just looked at this for the pay 1 prep a sidekick die from your used pile global as being useful, but after I started playing with the die itself, the effect itself, that 2 cost for choosing an affiliation and just prepping stuff is super cool and makes it onto a lot of different teams, not just within the box itself of X-Men or Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, but it works on a ton of different teams, and that's one of the reasons why I like this card so much. Super fun to play with, highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. Number 4 for me is Pryde, More Human Than You, a 3-cost mask character, X-Men affiliated in 022, 032, 133 stat line that says when fielded, non-Kitty Pryde X-Men character dice cost 2 less to purchase until the end of the turn. This makes my list because I put this on a bunch of different teams when the set first dropped, because I was playing a bunch of different X-Men teams that were trying to do different things, but the goal essentially was just buying a bunch of X-Men characters, and using this to get them cheaper was both fun, thematic, and actually pretty effective as well. I was able to slam this down with a prepped up dice turn where I had like 6 dice in prep and in roll, and then just buy a bunch of the characters that I actually cared about. It was really fun. I like this as a sort of ramp mechanism or purchasing power mechanism. Not really ramp, more purchasing power. And I think it's a really cool way of leveraging a character ability to do that. My number 3 you might be thinking would be higher on this list, but this is Hope Summers' Pluripotent Echopraxia. 3-cost shield X-Men affiliated character, 012, 022, 122 stat line, says when fielded, choose an X-Men character card on your team, replacing all previous choices. Hope Summers gains that character's text box in addition to her own. She retains that text box until she is fielded again, even if she's no longer active, which is pretty amazing. This card is so cool. This totally fits the kind of personality that I am and the sort of team builder that I am in just building weird, funky things, trying to mess with the game in new and exciting ways. And this card hits that in every form and fashion. The weirdness that you can do with this is just so much fun to mess around with. And if you haven't seen the video where I paired this alongside of Thunderbird and the combination that you can get when you copy Hope Summers onto Thunderbird and have 2 Thunderbirds in the field triggering their things, go check that video out. It's called the 12 Golems build. It was extremely fun, so this one definitely makes my list as number 3. Number 2 on the list is Jubilee Jubilation Lee, a 3-cost Bolt character, X-Men affiliated in an 021, 133, 243 stat line, and it says when Jubilee attacks, she deals 1 damage to your opponent for each other attacking Bolt character die. This one crept up on my list when I was doing a video with Ben Said Scott, the world champion Ben Said Scott, and we were just talking back and forth about cards like this, and then I think this crossed my mind as like, what if you just fielded all of these and pushed for OTK damage? And he said, I wondered, that is actually possible. And then we sat for like 15 minutes while we were supposed to be recording and talked about how that would actually work and if that would actually work. And it turns out you can definitely do it, and it's hilarious and super fun. And for me, again, sort of going back to the Hope Summers kind of thing where I like to put together kind of weird teams that OTK or strange things like that playoff interactions. This to me seems like one of those cards that's totally a puzzling card where once you can solve the puzzle of getting all 5 of these out, because again, it's a max 5, and then push for lethal, obviously you've got an OTK, but it's also just incredibly satisfying to realize that you've put the puzzle together. So this is my second favorite card from this set. And my number 1 favorite card from this set is Domino, Not Really a Party Girl. I am smiling while I'm talking about this because this card is just so much fun. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it without just laughing. This is a 3-cost shield character X-Men affiliated 022-132-152 stat line with Energize. Deal 1 damage to target opponent and re-roll this die. This is so funny. This card is so good. I love this card. Whenever you roll this die on its double energy face, this is how Energize triggers. Use its Energize effect. Oh my gosh, this card is so much fun. This is one of my favorite cards in the entirety of Dice Masters. The craziness of playing this die and then using the Energize effect, and then landing the Energize effect a second time, and then a third time, and then a fourth time. I have never had as much fun as I have had playing Domino or having Domino played against me, because watching you or your opponent just pop off with Energize effect after Energize effect, and watching you or your opponent just knock that little 1 damage dial down on your D20, just losing one little life after one little life, is just hilarious. This has had me howling in games with friends like over and over and over again. I don't think there's ever been a game where I've played Domino Not Really a Party Girl and not had a good time. This is like one of the best cards ever made, and I absolutely love it. So those are my top 5 picks for this X-Men Forever set. What are your top 5 picks? Put them in a comment below, listing 1 through 5, and I'll look through those comments, I'll grab a comment, and maybe I'll slip it into one of my next videos. Let me know what you think about this set, how you enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for watching.